Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week's video was our attempt of getting the 454 running before we had some major issues. So now we are back here at the garage. We had pretty much the whole engine together. We damaged our pan on the trans and we damaged the pan on the oil pan. Well, we have new ones now, or new used ones. I wanted to keep this thing pretty original, so I ordered an original pan and I ordered an original trans pan. Now, I do have to do some cleaning. We'll get to that in a second. But also, this is the first video that has been recorded after the C10 is done, and we're back from C10 Nationals. The last videos were all older videos, minus the very ending of that last one. So this is the first full video after the C10. If you haven't watched any of the C10 video, please check it out. That was a complete blast of a 4-year project. Now, if you are from there and you're here, thank you for coming back. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Help us out. Drop a comment. Hit the like button. It really, really helps us out. Even the like. You hit the like, it helps out immensely. It doesn't cost you a dime. It helps everybody. But what we're going to do first is we have the trans pan sitting behind me, and it's a little dirty. It has definitely seen better days. I don't know, want to kind of look at what happened to the previous transmission it came off of, but it looks good otherwise, minus some dirt and grime inside. So we're going to clean it up, and we are going to get it installed on the transmission. All right, so we just got this thing jacked up a little bit, and it looks like actually the trans pan is the only thing that's damaged. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and get all the bolts off of this transmission so we can kind of see where it is. See if there's any internal damage. Hopefully not, because that would suck. And I do have a new trans pan gasket, if need be. I don't know how we're going to need it, if we're going to need that. There hasn't been any fluid that's touched this pan. So I'm not 100% sure on that. But let's go ahead and get this thing out. Huh. So actually, nothing under here is damaged other than the paint. And it kind of broke the magnet. Not a big deal. That's the only thing that got damaged out of this. I am absolutely pumped. There's really nothing. So now I have the entire pieces of the pan in the pan. So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this one and put the new pan on now. All right, so we have the pan on. We have everything ready. The engine is going to go in. So this is going to take a little bit. It's not the easiest moving this stand around, but we're going to go ahead and start getting this engine into the frame or into the truck. So, yeah, let's do this. This is going to be a little bit tough, but I have faith in us that we're going to get it in and start getting everything bolted in. Now, the 3 mounts are ready on the truck. Now, I think I do have to come over here and take off the screw. Yes, I do. Or take off the nut for our trans mount. But everything is in and ready to go. Oh, let me, if this wants to actually come off. There we go. There's the bottom of the trans mount, and everything is ready to go. So now let's go ahead, jack up the engine just a little bit, and we're going to work it in and try and get this thing in and in the right spot. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I have faith. So let's go ahead and try and get her in. All right, so we have the engine in, and it's where it needs to go. We did fool around a little bit. We've played with some wiring harness just to kind of see where they go. We have parts that need to get pulled out again on bolts-wise and put new stuff back in, like the accelerator cable. Our ignition coil needs to get back set up. We have a lot of things left to do to get this thing all back together, to get it running and driving. So hopefully soon enough, we'll be getting to that point where we have everything wired up. We can start the engine for the first time, which will be absolutely incredible to do after all this time. So it's been about 2 years since this truck ran, at least. So we had it torn apart, I think 2 summers ago, and we started rebuilding the C10, which we put pretty much in the forefront and left this thing to sit. We did some work on it here and there, and here we are. Now it's 2.5 years later. Everything is getting put back together, which is incredible. We have to figure out this whole wiring mess, which I should have taken better pictures of. I got to go back and watch our videos, which I hope you guys are doing as well. Right now, watching this video, you went back and you started when we first got this truck. Now, we are going to try and get this thing to C10 Nationals next year, but we'll see what happens. This truck has been a lot of fun. So we'll kind of see what happens along the way. So I hope to get this thing running and driving by Christmas. It is October. So it's middle of October. We get this thing all put back together and throw it on, and throw the front grille on, throw everything we need on, and just start getting it put together. Belts on right now. We got the fan on most of the way. Everything is there. We need to do a lot of work on top of the engine to get everything looking right. The wiring is going to be a lot. It's been 2.5 years, so a lot of stuff I forgot. Thank God I videotaped it. But that's going to be a wrap for today's video. We've done quite a bit of work. We got the engine and the transmission into the truck. We had the transmission pan replaced, which was good, thankfully. So now what we need to do next week is continue wiring, getting everything set up, and start getting things filled up. So the engine can get filled with oil. The transmission can get filled with transmission fluid. We can get the drive shaft in and start getting this thing put together. There's a lot to do in the upcoming weeks. And we might get it up back in the air and start doing some suspension work if need be. I remember 2 years ago it didn't look too bad, but 2 years of just sitting and sitting and sitting, it definitely isn't what it used to be. So that's going to be a wrap, though, for this week's video. We'll see you guys next Saturday when we continue working on the 454. Sorry, I'm so used to saying C10. It's a 454 now. So we'll see you guys next Saturday.